Hi, I'm Zorka,
I'm Muna.
I'm Tiana.
and today we're talking about celebrating cultures and differences.
Am I? I don't know what you
Culture can be many different elements. It could be something you're born into or something you join. I'm born British, my heritage is Pakistani, and I'm married into an Indian family, so a mixed bag. Today we're going to talk about challenging stereotypes and how we can help others understand what amazing individuals we are. So guys, what is culture?
Culture is what you wear, certain, I wouldn't say rituals, but traditional things that you may do. We see, would you say language is part of your culture?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, language. Just the things that makes that set of people different from the rest. And I think obviously we all have different cultures. That's why we're all different.
Yeah, even smallest things to the way you eat food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like in my culture, we usually eat food like with our hands and stuff. So it's literally just the smallest things, and then they make you to be the person that you are.
And also culture isn't static, so it can evolve as you go along. So why is it important to know who you are?
I think when it comes to knowing who you are, if you don't, you can easily get so lost by what people tell you should be. So it's like, because I don't know who I am, and people are telling me, oh, you should be this, you should do this, and you're never really fully satisfied, and then you become like, what am I? Who am I? And it can be so easy. That's why it's so important to embrace your culture and know who you are, know what you represent, and know what you stand for, and be proud of it as well, because people can easily say that, you know, that part of your culture isn't right, or that, but it's who I am. So how can you tell me that? That's a part of me.
And why is it important to embrace other people's culture?
I have so many friends from different backgrounds, and I always take the time to ask, oh, how is it like this in this area? Or how is it when it's like faith or like food? So I get a good understanding of how they are as themselves and as a culture.
And I also feel like embracing other people's culture gives you an open mind, and it it's because I grew up in a multicultural school, so my whole school, it was just completely people from all over the world. And growing up in that setting, when I was in this real world, it made me so thankful because I knew so much about, you know, Pakistanis and then, you know, Nigerians, and it just made me feel a lot more, it made me feel a lot more knowledgeable of everything, and it made me have like a really open mind.
It's really, you know, we can learn so much from each other. And I think because we have this division where we believe that person can't teach me something, but when you start talking to people and seeing where they come from, you can learn so much.
Yeah, it helps you bond together, actually.
Yeah.
It does,
Yeah, understanding people's differences and be like, oh, you do it that way, we do it this way. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's true.
And it's easy for us to stand together as well when we understand each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And less judgment as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people can presume things about you, but for example, your culture, your religion, or your traditions. For example, I'm Muslim and Pakistani, and stereotypically we believe that we're sheltered, we're not very independent. I'm forced to wear a hijab, my face covering, which is not true, because my father, he's always been, go be independent, live your life, enjoy it. Like, I went to uni, and that's not normally, they'll be like, oh, but you're not meant to live out. I'm like, yeah, my dad was like, go live out, enjoy your life. So what kind of stereotypes have you been faced with?
With me, I'm a Muslim as well, and I'm Somali, and in my culture, it's very, women, you know, are put in a box. And with my family growing up, because my mum grew up she grew up in Norway, but she's still from back home, and she was kind of very open-minded growing up, and she always let me do whatever I wanted, and kind of made me realize that I shouldn't be held back because of this box that society has made for me. And
Yeah, I think when people do box you with all these stereotypes, you get this pressure that, am I actually meant to be like this? Because I had a situation at work recently where they kept labeling me as aggressive when I would speak out about certain things. And obviously there is this whole label of the aggressive black woman that goes around, especially because of media. And me, when I'm quiet, they think I'm upset, and I'm like, I'm quiet, like, what's going on? So anything I did was aggressive. And then eventually I started playing into that aggression, because it's like, you guys are actually contributing to this. And I think that can be a way of like people being pressured into doing things,
Yeah.
like being called loud. Eventually you start being like,
loud.
I'm gonna be loud then if you think I'm loud. And then people start playing into these stereotypes, and then people are like, oh yeah, these people are like that, when it's like, no,
You made
it's
me
being
into
pushed
it.
onto them,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we don't really realize it sometimes. And I had to actually leave my workplace because I was like, I'm becoming something I'm not, because I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not an angry person. I'm always happy, but it was pushed. It was a label that was pushed onto me. So it was just an environment I wanted to take myself out of.
So you mentioned about pressures. Sometimes that can feel like bullying. So what kind of advice would you give someone at school that's going through bullying?
Don't ever feel like it's your fault, because none of it's your fault.
So be strong, basically.
Be strong, yeah.
Basically.
It's very important, if you're being bullied, to tell a teacher, tell a close friend, tell your parents, tell someone that you trust, and make sure you're not anywhere where you can be attacked or vulnerable. And make sure you're also honest about the situation, so the people that want to help you can target the roots. If you're being bullied online, which is a thing
Generally.
as well, report to the social platform, and also an adult who can help.
So how can someone share who they are with others?
I think food is a big part of
Love it.
everybody's culture.
Yeah.
If
Food
you
brings people together.
It does,
literally, and I feel like with every culture, if you eat their food, you just get a taste of their culture, and they're like, it's really weird the way it works. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I think
does.
eating different people's food from different cultures really helps.
Just sharing with each other. This is what I do. This is what I eat. This is
Yeah.
how I dress like. It just brings everyone together and helps people understand who you are as well.
And it's funny because we're actually quite similar. When you actually start talking, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you guys do that as well. We do that too.
Yeah, because we all eat with our hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I bring a fork sometimes, and everyone's looking at me like, "What are you doing?"
It's like you're committing like a really
Yeah.
bad
If you eat a curry, you do get yellow fingers. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just use my fork. So what makes you proud about your culture?
I think with my culture, it's very humour based, and everyone's really lighthearted and funny, and it's always taught me to take life easy and just always kind of not laugh at everything, but have a positive perspective on things. And it's just everyone's naturally funny, and it's taught me to take life not so seriously.
That's good advice.
I'm from a Nigerian background, so the one thing we like to do is party a lot, no matter what. And I actually visited Nigeria in December for the first time.
Wow.
And it helped me realize that they just love life. We love life, no matter what circumstance we're in. And I think that makes me really proud to be Nigerian. We're just loud, strong individuals.
Lovely. So be happy with who you are and
Yeah.
party. And for mine, it's eat as much food as you want to.
Yeah.
Basically.
You guys are good with food.
Yeah. If anybody comes to the door, we'll be providing food. Thanks, guys, for coming in today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for having us.
See you next time.
Odabo.
Assalamu alaikum.
Kadafis.